Self-defense isn't just about fighting. There are 3 things that you should keep in mind if you want to live more safely without necessarily having to throw hands. There are 3 zones that we talk about in self-defense. The first zone is the green zone, the second zone is the yellow zone, and the third zone is the red zone. These zones have nothing to do with distance. They oftentimes have to do with your comfortability level and how safe you're feeling. So if you're in your green zone, you're just chilling, you're feeling comfortable, you're feeling safe. Your second zone is your yellow zone. You're beginning to feel a little bit uneasy because of what's happening in your surroundings. It is important that when you get to your yellow zone, you begin to think of what you can do to de-escalate a situation even before it happens. That might include creating distance. That might include calling or engaging a bystander. The third zone is your red zone, and this is when you have entered an urgent zone where you are feeling unsafe, you are uncomfortable, you're experiencing some form of violence. You're already beginning to think about what tactics you need to employ in your self-defense toolbox to de-escalate the situation. It's really important that when you're thinking about your red zone and you're thinking about the zones that you're in, to also check your bias. Oftentimes, people might have spiked zones or be in a yellow zone, in a red zone, when they might not need to be because they carry a certain bias towards a certain group of people or individuals. So before you make assumptions, make sure to ask yourself, is it because of someone's behavior or is it because of their identity and who they are, or maybe a stereotype that you are holding in your head? The second thing that you can do that isn't just automatic physical defense and can go a really long way is simply the use of voice. Oftentimes, when folks are in a moment of crisis, you could freeze up and you feel so uncomfortable that you might not even articulate your boundaries and what matters to you in that moment and what you need in that moment. So for example, if you're on a subway, if you're in a bus, and someone begins to touch you inappropriately, our automatic response might be, who do you think you are? What are you doing? Asking a question like that doesn't tell anybody around you what is happening. It doesn't ask for what you need. It doesn't maintain a boundary for yourself. Rather, being specific, which is a tactic that we employ in our self-defense classes, by stating exactly what you want, who's doing it, and who you want to help, goes a really long way. So for example, you could say, person in the purple shirt, get your hand off of me. I do not know you. Person in the green shirt, can you help me? I need your help. That helps you break bystander effect, and it helps you articulate to everyone around you what you need. There are so many times when we're in the subway and you don't know if someone's friends, they're joking around, they're just playing a game, right? And it blurs the line between whether or not you should help or not. The third thing that you should do and keep in mind when you are trying to de-escalate a situation is engaging bystanders. And remember that you are in community oftentimes on the streets of New York City. Being able to engage people, whether it's someone in a local store or someone who is on the train who can help you when you're feeling in a moment of violence or isolation, or even an organization that can help you report or find the resources you need to have the mental health support or follow-up after you've experienced an attack, can go a really long way. Organizations like Malikah that are safety organizations exist to not only train communities in self-defense, but also provide resources and mental health counseling in the after effect or aftermath of an attack or an incident of violence.